has a storied history in Chicago dating back to the early 1900s. From Hackenschmidt and Comiskey to Stone Cold and the Hitman to the very first All In. So it is the perfect place for the OnlyWrestlers Association, a true fan-influenced promotion. We let you make the decisions. We let you see what you want to see. And tonight we have an unpredictable and exciting card as we proudly welcome you. We are live on the Title Match Network and on OnlyWrestlers.com. I think we need more energy in here. Come on, guys. Keep it going. My name's Johnny LaQuasso alongside my amazing broadcast partner, the voice of JCW, Mark Roberts. And Mark, Chi-Town is packed out. We're ready for the beatdown.
There is standing room only in this building. We've got luchadors. We've got Ricky Morton in the house. Yep. 2 Juggalo Championship Wrestling titles on the line. The TNA X Division Championship here tonight.
There are truly no more forbidden doors in professional wrestling, and the OWA is open for business as we welcome you to the Chi-Town Beatdown. Without further ado, we're going to kick it right back to the amazing Melissa Santos.
The following contest is set for one fall. That is for the JCW Tag Team Championship.
Mark, we are kicking things off with a title match, and what a tag team title match this is going to be. 2 teams you know very well.
Yep, brothers of construction, hometown favorites wherever the Juggalos are, but also in Chicago as well.
Okay, you guys can hear me. The mic. Technical difficulties, it's fine. Introducing first.
We are awaiting the entrance.
Oh, I think they want to hear from RVD.
Oh, okay.
The crowd says no. We need to hear from the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam.
That's right. He's also the face of OnlyWrestlers Association. And
guys, I have to. We all shh.
you know, Mark, that's part of the fun of OWA. It's completely unpredictable, like we said. It's kind of a fun, chaotic circus, which is why teaming up with JCW is perfect.
There are legends in the house tonight, and Ricky Morton is not the only one. Rob Van Dam making his way to the ring. I understand he's had an injury on his heels recently.
Yeah. He's working on a couple of fractured heels, but that does not stop one of the most exciting superstars in the history of professional wrestling, the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam.
Some of my weight off of my foot, off of both feet, but I mean, I'm good. Doctor doesn't want me to do that for several weeks, but we're not going to tell him, right? Hey, first off, thank you for coming, everybody. I really mean that. I appreciate that. You guys get, we're trying to do something, and you guys are here to support it, and that's awesome. I hope everyone has a fucking fantastic night. I still got a few fans that I haven't got to take a picture and sign an autograph, the meet and greet obligations yet. I'll get back to that. If I have to come out of intermission after the show, whatever the fuck, I'll do it. But I wanted to open the a show, and so since they're starting the show, I wanted to come out here and interject my feelings. And, you know, first off, most important, it is to thank you guys for being here. It's pretty fucking good in here, you know? And I know it's gonna sound good. We got enough people in here to have some good energy. I want to share something. All right, so last night, a bunch of us were in a hotel room talking, and somebody said to me, "Rob, you miss Sabu?" I know you guys miss Sabu, but you know, it was a little hard to be offended by the question. Like, what the fuck? You think I don't miss him? You know, the way it was worded, I responded by saying, "What? Let me see if I heard that wrong." And he says, "Wow, you miss Sabu?" Like a total legitimate question, like he didn't know what the answer was going to be. And my first thought is like, how fucking ignorant do you have to be? Were you raised by fucking wolves? And it was a very stupid question, and I decided to try to take the higher road and assume that he's just fucking socially handicapped, doesn't know how to talk to people, and that his real intention was to open up the conversation. I think really what he wanted to say is fucking retarded as he sounded. No offense, I know that's a bad word. I just... Don't cancel me. I won't use it again. It felt appropriate when I'm thinking about this guy. Socially handicapped. Anyway, I think what he meant was, Rob, let's hear you talk about Sabu. We want to hear some words.
Thank you,
And I can imagine you guys feel the same way as well. You know, like you guys miss Sabu, right? So, you know, can I put it into words? You know, like, fuck, man. He was my mentor outside of the ring. He taught me the values that I would need to make decisions as an adult, not just in the business, not just being on the road, but just being an adult. And not only when I was 18 years old when I met him, but for many years afterwards, this guy was my mentor. I traveled with him. I was young and impressionable, as green as you could fucking be. And this guy was teaching me things that would make me who I am in life later. You know, values. His generosity, forget about it. Too generous. You guys heard a lot of stories about he should have gotten paid, he should have gotten recognized a lot more than he did, he should be a multi-millionaire. I can tell you guys, I think if Sabu signed a contract for $1 million, he would give it all away because that's how he was. He was. I could not tell that motherfucker to stick the money in his pocket. He would either give it away to people begging for money at a gas station on the street, or he would pay wrestlers that weren't getting paid on the show. It used to be a deal, you know, 96, like when I started with ECW. Sabu was top indie guy. Oh, you guys like ECW? When Sabu was like the top indie guy, in order to book him, sometimes you would have to use Pee Wee Moore the referee, and Sabu would say, you just gotta use him. You don't have to pay him, I'll pay him. So you gotta put him on the card. Add to that, sometimes Louis Spicoli. You gotta book Louis Spicoli somewhere, don't worry about it, I'll pay him. And sometimes other guys, you know, sometimes he would try to do the same thing with me, and I'd be like, bro, keep some of that fucking money. But he felt like, hey, we're all here to earn it. I brought a friend, and afterwards we had dinner after the show, and Sabu was paying for my friend. I'm like, dude, you don't have to pay for him. And Sabu said something I'll never forget, because this is just how he was. He said, he didn't make any money tonight, and I did, so I'm going to pay for his dinner. And that just made perfect sense for Sabu, you know? There was so many times, like we were at a gas station in Memphis in the USWA, 1991, and we're getting gas, and we're so broke, there's 4 of us chipping in to pay for gas to split it, because we're paying our dues. That's how it was back then.
How much was it?
Well, I'll tell you, I'll tell you exactly. Sabu had $20 in his pocket, and he ends up handing $10 to this guy that's begging for money. And it's like, Sabu, you can't keep doing that, bro. Like, wow, we need that money. What are you doing? And you know what he said? He said, well, I said, bro, you only got $20, and you're giving him half of it. He said, well, I had $20. That guy had nothing. Throughout the 35 years or so that I guess almost exactly, that I knew Sabu, that always made sense to him. I could never talk him out of it. He always thought life was going to get him back. If he helped people out, it was just going to come back his way. I'm a big fan of karma, but he believed in it so much and sacrificed so much. I don't think people realize it, you know? He put his first wife through hell doing that, you know, because she was like, hey, you know, why did you pay $30,000 for selling my team to win the card? It was hard to explain. And he was always
No, I was just saying you were wise.
What I could do about it. Is this thing on? Alright, so anyway, you know, it's only been like 2 weeks. You know that? 2 weeks since Sabu passed. 2 weeks until some asshole asked me, do I miss Sabu?
Is he here?
It's really not about that. It's about the fact that, you know, fucking Busted Open Radio wanted to do a show the very next morning after we found out. It was a little too soon. Too soon for me to talk. You need a little while to suck it up. And you didn't want to come here really. But I'm here.
Thank you.
OWA and follow me on the platform, I figured, you know what? I'm going to tell them shit that I wouldn't tell the world. I wouldn't say this in an interview. And so the whole time when I broke my feet, I'm doing videos in the doctor's office. You know what I mean? As personal as I could get. And because of that, I think you guys deserve to have the most truthful, honest, and personal information. So just so you know, regardless of what you hear, Sabu's cause of death has not been released. For a reason. Because his ex-wife, nice Japanese woman, he divorced decades ago, but never officially on paper, right? That's the holdup. She's the next of kin. The cause of death, it can't be released except to her right now. All right? You guys know the scoop. The rest of the internet has it wrong. They have everything wrong. They have his birth date wrong. He was 61, not 60. He was born in 63, not 64. His name was Terry, not Terrence. He was born in Michigan, not fucking New York. They have so much regurgitated bullshit without checking the source that it amazes me. At a certain level, shouldn't you use something besides Wikipedia for your fucking source of info? But I'm giving it to you straight, and I love the fact that you guys know if you come to me, you're going to get the straight scoop.
That was fucking true. That was fucking true.
I love that position. I love that people are going to come to me to get Sabu's energy. He's had a very, that's how it feels. He's had a very Sabu wanting to come to me vibe to him. So many wrestlers have told me that they've unsigned weird shit since he died that they don't normally see, and they've been pointing that out to me. Also, besides the cause of death, you know what else they haven't released yet for the same reason? His body.
Why? Why?
Because his ex-wife is in Japan and she's next of kin, and so she's got the legal position to be the proxy on this. And so while she's in Japan, it is hard to reach, not impossible. I've reached out, and she has a very passive, like, thank you very much, you know, have a good life. And I don't know if she knows the
Come on!
By the way, I'm doing that. There's no technical problems, I'm just a fucking dumbass.
You can do
Apparently I
it.
keep hitting this fucking button. Alright,
Fuck that mic. Fuck that mic.
so for the same reason his body is being held up, we can't do his services yet until either we get a signature from Hitomi, or there is a window that's going to pass, a window of time, it'll roll over to somebody else. Most likely that's going to happen. You guys getting the message? Okay. All right, cool. So, you guys watch Dark Side of the Ring?
Yes.
Dude, that was like, he was like foreshadowing, you know? We also have a documentary we were filming on Sabu when he passed. And we were working on it for a long time.
Right.
Now we're waiting for his services before we can finish it, and then we'll bring you some footage. And services.
Breaking up.
Okay. So anyway, we got the documentary, we got all this footage, you know, of Sabu before, during, leading up to his last days.
It's all right, Rob, keep going. Fuck that mic. Fuck that mic. Fuck the mic. Fuck the mic.
You know, basically, I'm gonna sum up my thoughts with this. Sabu sat on the dark side of the ring when he went to Japan, and then he found out the Sheik had passed. He was told, you know, the Sheik would want you to fucking go to work. And I'm sure that Sabu would say the same to all of us. You know, I can picture Sabu saying, put me over a little if you want to, and then take care of business. And that's probably exactly how he would say it, and that's what we're doing. We're taking care of business. We're moving on. I'm not saying we're moving past him. We still have a lot of sharing memories of Sabu. I'll probably be talking about him forever. Service in Las Vegas we're going to do, a service in Michigan we're going to do. But in the meantime, he definitely would want us to fucking carry on, go to work, take care of business, do the fucking show. And so that's what we're doing. I appreciate you guys being part of it. A very big part of it, because as you know, we couldn't do this without you. And we're trying to get you engaged even more with this OnlyWrestlers Association so we can be different than the other actual wrestling shows. The whole platform is set up so we can fucking keep our relationship going through messages, through stories, videos, whatever the fuck. So when you get a chance, if you haven't yet, check our platform out. We're always adding cool stuff to it to make it even better. But it's already pretty fucking cool. I won't get able to wrestle tonight due to these two broken heels. Give me a couple more days, weeks, something like that. I will take those requests. Hey man, I hope everybody has a fantastic time tonight.
RBD! 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 RBD!
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being so fucking cool. And thank you for listening to me. I appreciate your time. Thank you for listening to this unscripted message from the heart. Thank you for keeping Sabu in mind. Enjoy the fucking show, guys.
An emotional tribute by RVD to the late, great Sabu, and obviously it meant a lot for him to come out tonight and share his words about his mentor.
Give it up for Rob, y'all.
At this point, Mark, it's time to get to the action.
It sure is. It's what Sabu would want.
You guys ready for a tag team championship? Just hit the music. Introducing first.
few more moments for this tag team title match to be underway, and
oh no, we have a man ready to spoil all the fun. You know who this is? It's the challengers for the JCW World Tag Team Championships. We've got Officer Cabana.
I want you to know you have the right to remain silent. I am Officer Colt Cabana, and I am the law. And you know what? Unlike that piece of shit, drunk, high Rob Van Dam, I ain't gonna hog all the mic time tonight. Here you go, Tuts.
completely disrespectful to RVD and Melissa Santos. Officer Colt Cabana, deputy, whatever you want to call him.
Well, I'm the JCW guy. I can say they call him Deputy Dickhead.
In the ring, representing the Municipal Police Department of Chicago, he is the enforcer of the law and of the Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Put your hands together or behind your back for Officer Colt Cabana.
Shocking that this crowd doesn't like
and
police.
His partner, Deputy Dickhead.
Oh. You know, this is a side of Colt Cabana, quite frankly, I haven't seen before. I know he's been running roughshod over JCW. And I have it on good authority. He's never even graduated from the police academy, yet he's still citizen arrested over 1,300 juggalos at gatherings.
How could it be that with JCW literally touring the entire country unlike any other wrestling organization, that he's a law enforcement officer in every jurisdiction JCW ever goes?
Well, I think it goes back to JCW being a circus. It's chaotic. It has an open door, which means there's an open door for Colt Cabana to come in and think he has authority. Yes, he's a well-accredited wrestler. Speaking of well-accredited, the champs are here.
And their opponents, hailing from the twisted big top of your nightmares, the masters of mayhem, the clowns of chaos, accompanied by the legendary Violent J. They are the reigning and defending JCW.
Mark Roberts, cue the balloons, the confetti, and the chaos. Yabo and Ruffalo have arrived, decorated in gold. Now, the two-time JCW World Tag Team Champions.
That's right, our first reign lasted some 788 days. They've got those championships back, and they are very familiar with Officer Cabana and his department store security guard there, his deputy. And tonight, the brothers have the backup of Violent J, the commissioner of JCW.
And we're going to see Violent J throughout the night. He's got the Funhouse coming up with the legendary Ricky Morton. And for the Colt Cabana is now telling me to shut up. I'm just doing my job.
What does that plastic badge mean?
I mean, I think you can get that at Target, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think he did. This Timu police in training over here on the. Does he even get to stand on the apron, or does Colt make him stand on the outside?
Unfortunately for Colt Cabana, his attitude and feeling of authority is 100% real. And for those seeing the brothers for the first time, Mark, they are truly two of a kind.
And you know, you may not realize, given the way that they're dressed, that these guys are 6'4". They are taller, longer, have greater reach than just about anybody they could be in the ring with. And let's just say they've always got some tricks up their sleeve.
No question, they defeated the Backseat Boys back in March to become the 2-time JCW Tag Team Champions. And, you know, you mentioned 788 days. If that first title run is any indication, it's going to take a lot to take these titles off the brothers, the biological brothers of Fun Structure. He's patting him down. What?
Little stop and frisk action here from Officer Cabana.
Well, that's the official's job, and Colt Cabana's not letting him do it.
It sure is. Pittsburgh's finest
Tag.
George Ross is the one who's looking to make those calls and rule this ring. We got a tag now to Yabo.
So, and a tag into Deputy. Now we know about Officer Cabana and Deputy Dick, but tell us a little bit about the differences between Yabo and Ruffo.
Well, you can see that I think Yabo's his makeup there is a little bit more menacing, a little bit more of a Dark Carnival kind of look.
Okay.
And then Ruffo on the outside, he's got the full Emmett Kelly there with his with his frown, with his sad face, right? But the more alike they look, the harder it is to tell them apart. The better it is that for these brothers to use to their advantage.
Oh, the deputy just pulled out the tiniest rubber chicken I've ever seen.
He's gonna find a lot more if he keeps looking for him here.
What is Oh, another chicken.
Now that one is considerably bigger. Oh, that Officer Cabana doesn't like this at all. He knows that he's found contraband on this man.
I mean, how many chickens could one clown be carrying?
Well, what's it? That can't actually be an explosive.
Oh, wait, Cabana just got squirted in the eye. Obviously, the official had his back turned, and now the deputy is hammering away on Yabo.
This crowd not happy about it in the least. We do have some juggalos in attendance here.
We have a lot of juggalos, a lot of painted faces, and you know. Oh! Beautiful spinning back elbow by Yabo, and when it comes to Cabana and Deputy, you know, they're two officers that Lieutenant Frank Drebin would never want on his police squad.
Have you ever been smacked across the chest with a giant clown tie?
Not in public, no. And Cabana sent to the outside, his posterior being attacked. The legal men, still the deputy, a massive double boot by Ruffo and a tag.
Up and down comes the clown with some big leg drops there on the recovery.
Champs retain, no, Colt Cabana breaking up the pin. And you know, we're seeing this sadistic version of Colt Cabana, but at the same time, you can't forget two-time NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, two-time National Champion. He's also held the gold for JCW.
Colt Cabana absolutely is an accomplished professional wrestler. He can do it in the British style. He can tie guys in pretzels, and yet we still get this gaga double elbows from the clown, sends Cabana down.
Great double team, and yeah, we're not going to see any kind of British wrestling from Colt Cabana in this match. And now Deputy Dork is in trouble. Jab after jab landing straight across the jaw. What?
Oh. Why, that's a boxing glove. He's winding it up.
Oh, Colt Cabana with a forearm to the back of the head, and now a glove right to the face.
Threatening the referee. There's never been a party that Officer Cabana doesn't want to shut down. Do not taunt the commissioner on the outside. That's a bad idea.
And think about what this could mean for JCW, Mark. Kerry Morton has already taken the heavyweight title, much to the misery of JCW fans. Imagine if Officer Colt Cabana, and a right hand. Imagine if Cabana and Deputy have a stranglehold of the JCW tag titles.
Well, you know, what's even worse is that currently Juggalo Championship Wrestling is embroiled in a war with Game Changer Wrestling.
Right.
And the Juggalos definitely want to see the Brothers of Construction representing JCW when it comes to that two-day war this summer with GCW.
Well, right now we're seeing Colt Cabana and Deputy Dork. They are absolutely doing anything possible to become champions, but a little bit of life now in Ruffo.
Fighting his way out. Cabana grabbing onto the foot.
And that's the ring awareness. The veteran savvy of Colt Cabana, always knowing how to get the advantage. Now a tag. The Officer back in. Both of these men, their favorite movie. Every single Police Academy movie, that tells you a little bit about their law enforcement capabilities.
Yeah, that seems right on par.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm not really sure what you call that move.
That's the kind of frisking tag.
I think that move may have been performed before at the Admiral Theater, however.
That's a good point. And now Deputy Dork continuing the attack. A cluster of forearms to the back of Ruffo.
Well, it makes sense when you're dealing with someone who's 6'4" or taller that you want to do as much damage as you can to the back. You want to take away the mobility of these giant clowns. There's those clown boots.
There's no doubt there are a couple of very powerful clowns. Desperate to make the tag to his brother Yabo. Oh! Tag made. And now Yabo, an even bigger chicken. That may have been under the ring. I have no idea. Another chicken.
It just seems to get bigger the more time we spend in the Admiral Theater.
You know, if Title Match can put up a chicken counter on the screen right now, that'd be perfect. I think we're up to 4. And a boot double team.
Assist
right
on that leg sweep.
Oh! Cabana breaking it up just in time. Beautiful combo into the Russian leg sweep. Almost kept the titles for the brothers. Now we have,
watch out,
a little more balloon action here in the corners. Oh!
Oh, there you go. There he goes again.
Hold on, though. Oh! Cabana is popped. But the deputy moonsault. Oh!
Getting that 7-10 split. No water in the pool there at all for the deputy.
That's right, nothing but canvas. And now the Brothers of Funstruction have Deputy Dork all by themselves. Boom!
It's that whoop whoop driver. Hooks the leg. And champs retain.
And Mark, there might not be anyone happier right now than Violent J to know that the tag team titles are staying with a couple of juggalos.
Hey, if the commissioner looks happy, everyone else in JCW ends up feeling a bit happier. Violent J's having a good night. Can't wait to see the debut of his talk show tonight.
That's going to be a great time with Ricky Morton. But what a way to kick off the Association. The first of multiple title matches tonight ends with a successful title defense. And if you're watching on Title Match Network, welcome everyone, but also we encourage you, head to OnlyWrestlers.com, join in the live chat, go to the Only Wrestlers Live Event Center, and you can chat with other fans right now. Tell everyone what you think. Tell everyone who your favorites are. We're also introducing a brand new part of the website, Slameo. And Mark, for those who don't know what Slameo is, it's basically Cameo, strictly for professional wrestling.
You can request a Slameo video message from anyone on Only Wrestlers. You can get a very long message from Rob Van Dam, probably.
20 minutes, perhaps.
Ask him a question. He might not like your question.
You can get Yabo and Ruffo together on Slameo. It's another amazing reason to sign up, to subscribe to OnlyWrestlers.com. You can subscribe for free. Get involved in the chat rooms. Interact with your favorite stars. Over 300 active wrestlers are currently there, and there's nothing like Slameo. Any kind of message you're looking for from some of your favorite wrestling stars, you can find it right there. OnlyWrestlers.com. As we're moments away from continuing the action, what a start that was. Anytime the brothers are in the ring, there's always a bit of cleanup afterwards.
Yeah, it's a messy carnival.
Here There's nothing like a Juggalo carnival, that's for sure.
So much more action still to come. We're going to see some legitimate lucha in this ring in just a matter of moments.
Multiple incredible lucha action. Incredible luchadors competing tonight.
If these fans are calling for referee Derek Martha to be in the three-way, that is not what is going to happen. There will be three-way action later on tonight, as we will see Facade versus Cocaine versus Kerry Morton. That's a three-way dance for the JCW World Championship.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
I do believe we are going to see Esfinge versus Davey Bang. Davey Bang, a man who I am familiar with from his time in JCW. There you see it on the screen. Chi-Town Beatdown, Esfinge versus Davey Bang. The match coming up, Davey Bang taking the initiative to make his way to the rink.
All right, back to business as Davey Bang, one half of Bang and Matthews, former freelance wrestling tag champion. He is a high-flying live wire, but boy, does he have a test in front of him tonight.
I most definitely don't think that ref Derek Martha should be the subject of Davey Bang's ire here. And the ref makes the wise decision to powder out and make sure that we have a more appropriate competitor.
Whoa, we have more than appropriate as far as competitors. One of the most thrilling stars in lucha, with a jaw-dropping offensive arsenal, a true sphinx, Esfinge, the current CMLL Mexican National Lightweight Champion, also a former multi-time tag team champion. He is something to watch. He has performed all over the world, and we are so lucky to have him here in OWA.
It is hot inside this building, and once the bell rings, I think it's only going to get hotter.
And what's incredible about a match like this, Davey Bang, tremendous athlete, has never met a risk he didn't want to take. But Esfinge, I don't know if this ring, quite frankly, is big enough for these two athletes. We are underway.
We sure are. That's what matters. This is what the fans came to see.
Bang and Esfinge locking up. First time ever matchup. And, you know, we have to be honest here. This is quite frankly the biggest challenge, the biggest opportunity of Davey Bang's career, in front of his hometown in Chicago, facing someone as accomplished as Esfinge. Oh, beautiful roll up. Cover.
We've also got to keep in mind that Davey Bang, as we've talked about here, is normally a tag team wrestler. He's doing this all on his own here. Singles action against a world traveler, a world beater in Esfinge.
And you have to wonder, will his motor be tested? As a tag team competitor, you do have a bit of respite, you know, outside the ring, waiting for the tag. So that is a very interesting situation. Davey Bang in tremendous condition, but like you said, not used to competing in singles competition, especially against someone like Esfinge, but thus far, he's in control.
Keeping the luchador grounded is always going to be a good idea, but look at that. Luchadors know how to tie your body in knots as well. Esfinge on top of it here.
Not just that, Esfinge is always so physical as well. Bang gets to the bottom rope there. Esfinge, also a former Occidente light heavyweight and tag team champion. We've also seen him compete in Ring of Honor, AEW, and has wowed audiences across the globe.
An obvious size difference here as Fine he's a thick guy.
Yeah.
Got a very broad chest, wrapping that big arm around the head of Davy Bang.
And a very strong base, which allows him to be so explosive athletically.
And to just plow through Davy Bang right there. Davy goes up, catches him with a drop kick. Beautiful.
Tremendous athleticism there. The leapfrog right into the pinpoint drop kick. And this is where Davy Bang cannot waste any time to get on the offensive. Charging into the corner, but Esfinge way too quick for that. A kick right to the sternum. Davy Bang feeling the sting of that one. You know, and Bang, we know him well enough to know that, kick right to the back of the hamstring. He often will take a risk and then think about his game plan in midair. He's definitely not afraid to go against the grain, to do whatever it takes to win, and that's exactly what he's going to have to do against Esfinge. Bang coming up empty on the moonsault. Back elbow connects.
Beautiful. Maybe a little less showboating when you don't have August Matthews in your corner. Davy catches those legs.
Well, he told us before he was excited about tonight because he gets to break out his entire offensive arsenal. You just saw the springboard back elbow, and now the elbow drop.
Oh no, he's telling the crowd to move out of the way.
Okay, there's not a lot of room out here, Mark.
If a wrestler ever tells you that, respect their wishes, because otherwise you may wind up with something in your lap that you were not quite bargaining for when you came to Admiral Theater.
And that was one half of Bang and Matthews, but tonight, it's all about Davy Bang. He's got the hometown behind him right now.
All Bang, no Matthews. Here in front of this Chicago crowd that is very educated in Lucha Libre. Double stomp there. That was brutal.
And Esfinge kicks out at 2. What an amazing springboard double stomp that was, and Davy Bang feeling confident right now.
Got to assume that Davy Bang, as the more svelte competitor here, I believe younger by quite a bit,
Yes.
should have the better gas tank.
But this is where Davy Bang could be making a mistake. The chop landed there, but he's really taking his time, enjoying the affection from the crowd. Whips into the corner and a clothesline. Davy Bang is really showing a lot of the offense, but look at the rebound by Esfinge.
Bang coming in now. No, misses that splash. Beautiful. Brutal thrust kick there. Takes Davy Bang to the outside. And you're right. It's a hometown crowd. He's in there with a very accomplished luchador. It's also, watch Esfinge.
Oh my. A cannonball roll to the outside.
And a backbreaker right there on the outside. Davy Bang told me earlier tonight that this experience showing up to wrestle here today is his first time in a strip club.
Well, the cat's out of the bag on that one, isn't it?
Come on, there's a gold pole right there.
Well, it is
or
beautiful.
Brass. There's brass all around the ring.
Let's just say this, the Admiral Theater is a beautiful, beautiful place. Oh!
It really is a great setup for pro wrestling. I don't know why no one ever thought of this before.
Well, hopefully the first of many as Esfinge rolls into the cover here, hooks the leg, and Davy Bang able to stay alive. Do you think perhaps Esfinge is a little bit surprised at the fight of Davy Bang?
He may be, but Esfinge still in control of this, showing some cockiness here.
We are standing room only in the Admiral Theater. Not a lot of room to work on the outside, but both Bang and Esfinge have found a way thus far. And we are having a battle of chops right now.
Oh, that's a hard one. Absolutely lighting up the chest of Davy Bang. And it is Esfinge now taking in the approbation of all these Lucha fans here in Chicago.
While Davey Bang momentarily took the hand of a fan in the front row for moral support, or perhaps wanted to get a little bit of help. And now as Fine hoists up Davey Bang on his shoulders.
Might have been looking for tips.
Oh! Hold on a second.
Davey Bang takes him all the way over.
Another roll through. And he did not. So close. Davey Bang and Esfine were trading pin predicaments here, and another kick out.
Yeah, I think Esfine decided it is time to try to get rid of this young man.
Roll through and the bridge, and Esfine with the powerful core kicks out. That was so close, Mark.
Beautiful bridge. Davey has had an answer so far for everything Esfine has done. Look at that German. Keep your eye on your opponent, Davey Bang.
Tit for tat, German suplexes, and Bang lands another. We might be in the midst of an upset here.
2 in a row with that standing switch. Good for Davey. Catches a knee lift. Catches a running knee. Oh, returns it. Gives a receipt to Esfine.
Davey Bang is wrestling the match of his life right now, and you just see everything taken out of both of these men.
This is exactly the point in a match where Davey Bang would normally turn to Matthews.
Right.
This is where he would be looking for that tag, looking for that reprieve.
But tonight, Davey Bang only has himself to count on as both men slowly working their way back to a vertical base.
On the knees, trading forearm for forearm here. Neither of these men having any quit in them.
Davey Bang is showing so much in this match. A cluster of forearms followed up with a chop. Can he find a way to capitalize? Oh, and a clothesline. Davey Bang is unloading the offense on Esfine. Oh, my.
Catches him there with that Manhattan drop. Davey now, oh, sending Esfine's head hard into the mat. I think Davey may need to keep his eye on his opponent, setting him up here. What's he gonna do? What's Davey Bang gonna hit?
Could this be the beginning of the end? Davey Bang has Esfine in his sights.
That was a beautiful drop kick right to the face.
Certainly was. Bang pulls him over to the center, hooks the leg, big upset, and no, Esfine gets the right shoulder up, and Davey Bang is starting to wonder, is the doubt starting to creep in? What an unbelievable match. And you know, you have to wonder, being in front of his hometown, is that giving a little bit of more confidence, a little bit of more strength for Davey Bang? Perhaps Esfine had underestimated Davey Bang. Oh, head first right into the turnbuckle.
Davey Bang certainly felt that, and look up and over, all the way across the ring goes Davey Bang.
Monkey flip connects, looking for another, and Bang crashes to the other end. Cutter!
Beautiful cutter, Davey Bang is rocked.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh!
You gotta be kidding me.
I thought that would have been it. Referee right there staying on top of it. I will not hear any criticism of the referee there. His cadence has been consistent throughout.
Absolutely, but there are many men who have not kicked out of a cutter like that from Esfine. But Davey Bang is proving to everyone, the kind of competitor he is. Another kick to the back of the hamstring, follows up with a chop to the chest.
It's simple but brutal offense. I'm sure every one of those is stinging hard. You look, Davey Bang rocked now and sent into the edge of the ring.
That's the quickness of Esfine.
Keep your eye on. Oh, Davey Bang! Oh, with the spear from over the top rope.
No way! Driver! Now Davey Bang heading up to the top. Could he be looking for the 450? Is there room to do the 450? Esfine is down. Davey Bang hits it,
It's the bullseye frog splash, and it's not enough. It's still not enough to put Esfine down.
You've done everything. If you're Davey Bang, you have done everything to win this match.
There is not a better city in the United States to watch Lucha Libre than Chicago. These fans are awesome.
That is a very, very strong argument. And now Davey Bang going back to some old school offense here. A couple of chops. Reversal into the corner. Esfine has to find something, and he just did with an enziguri, and now explosive missile drop kick. Oh. And now could it be going for the New Dog PCO? Certainly looks like it.
Davey Bang all torn,
Yes!
all tied up.
New Dog PCO for the victory!
Nowhere to go from that at all. Beautiful pinning combination.
One of the most inventive pinning combinations in professional wrestling. Esfine has won so many matches with the Nudo at PCO. Once he starts to lock the legs, Mark, it is so hard to counter.
Yeah, where would you go? All your limbs are completely, legs completely tied up. Look at this, we've got fans tipping now, throwing dollar bills into the ring.
Well, they deserve a lot more than that. What a contest from Esfine and Davey Bang. And, you know, Davey Bang did come up short, but let's be honest, he had the performance of his life.
Well, I'm sure. I don't know the denomination. Currency thrown into the ring. A fine tradition. We should see more of it.
Currency is currency, Mark. Oh! Wow, I mean, you have to believe that's stemming from disappointment more than he thought better of it. What a moment for Davey Bang. And notch another victory for the great Esfine, the CMLL Mexican National Lightweight Champion. They might share the cash, Mark, and who could blame him?
Well, Esfine already has the winner's share of the purse money, which is going to equal more. But a great show of respect from two amazing athletes.
No question about that, and so much more action to come, including multiple title matches. But right now, I want to tell you about the next OnlyWrestlers event in conjunction with the great Wildcat Sports. It's going to be Thursday, July 10th in New Orleans at the Ilario Center. We already have confirmed Tessa Blanchard is going to be rolling in with her father Tully, also the Maharaja Raj Desi, along with Slime Season competing. Some of the best talent from the South and Wildcat Sports. It's going to be absolutely on fire. That is July 10th as we await our next contest.
You had me at Tully. That's awesome.
There you go.
Tully Blanchard, a man who certainly had his share of wars here in Chicago.
The following contest is a three-way match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Oh, the champion
Out first.
Wow.
Here he is, Mr. JCW. The Juggalo, the World Juggalo Champion, JCW, Heavyweight Champion, and third generation professional wrestling star.
Introducing first, from Bristol, Tennessee, he is the third generation wrestling prodigy, NWA wrestling star, weighing in at 201 pounds, Morton.
Now, Mark, I am no expert on JCW. I appreciate the Juggalos, although I've never been indoctrinated as an official Juggalo like yourself.
Well.
But I can only imagine Kerry Morton's the antithesis of what Juggalo Championship Wrestling wants as their champion.
Well, he's clean cut. He is he definitely takes his share of shortcuts. Some may say that he is a sniveling nepo baby, but He can get it done in the ring, and he actually won that JCW championship without the help of his compadres there in the Southern Six.
But with the help of an exposed turnbuckle in defeating Willie Mack, I mean, look, you could say nepotism if you want, but his father, Ricky Morton, has never done anything wrong.
Classy guy there, that Kerry Morton.
Kerry Morton,
only 23 years young, and stands as the JCW heavyweight champion.
Let's take it back up to Melissa Santos and bring out that next competitor.
Making his way to the ring, weighing in at 191 pounds. He roams the streets as midnight rings. The Neon Ninja Facade!
The Neon Ninja Facade. You talk about somebody who has bona fides as a juggalo. It is certainly this man here who has wrestled all over the world twice over.
No question, 18-year veteran, one of the most exciting athletes you'll see in professional wrestling. Live wire combination. He's really a video game character and an action hero come to life. And he bleeds for JCW.
Usually bringing that facade graph, giving fans souvenirs. He spray paints artwork everywhere he goes. He really he's a guy who completely lives to the beat of his own drummer there, is the phrase, I believe.
You can see he's also paying tribute to Sabu on his left arm.
Oh, and now...
Weighted at 92 kilos. From Crystal Mountain, Colombia, he is the Devil's favorite dealer.
And the crowd goes wild for something that the patrons of the Admiral Theater seem to be very familiar with. Well,
I have to say, this is my first time experiencing cocaine in person, and he's even more apparition-like.
You know, it's a damn shame that we cut the budget for the music. What's even more of a shame, in Chicago, you have a real legitimate professional wrestler out here, and I have a knockoff Ninja Turtle, not bringing him back, and someone that does the dirty drugs. Oh, and obviously I can tell, Chicago, that all of you know about that little dirty drug. So what do I have to say about that, yeah? What do I have to say about that? I think all of you should shut the fuck up while I talk.
never heard Ricky Morton talk like that.
This is unbelievable, really.
So listen here. Listen here. No, listen to me. Listen to me.
It's also not dirty. That's pure Colombian.
Are you sure? How do you know?
No, I'm just saying things. I'm not Zach Amico. I have no personal experience.
Are you done? Are you done? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show up and I'm going to show out as I always do. I'm going to whoop your ass and then I'm going to turn around and whoop that white shit right out of you, young man. And if I hear anyone with the chant of cocaine, I will fucking leave Chicago.
Oh. Well, Facade's heard enough. The sold-out Admiral Theater's heard enough. And cocaine, well, he's got enough in his system.
Now, I don't think that Kerry Morton wants to forfeit this championship bout. I suppose it's the referee's discretion, but I think that's exactly how it ought to be considered if the champion is just going to leave here. We got to bring him back into this ring and have a match.
Well, Kerry Morton promised he was going to have this title for a very long time. After defeating Willie Mack just this past week. And he really is the polar opposite of what JCW has represented for 25 years. And you can see him, he really thrives off the fury of fans.
It does not seem to, Kerry Morton does not seem to be concerned about being liked. He's here to rack up championships, to pad that resume. And the thing that really bothers me the most is that Kerry Morton is a pretty good pro wrestler. I mean, he can get it done in the ring. It's not saying he doesn't deserve as a competitor to be JCW World Champion. It's just that he is a noxious personality.
Yeah, the way he's done it, certainly not what you would want from a champion. But, you know, to his credit, it's never easy to follow in a father's legacy, especially when your father is one half of the greatest tag team of all time. And Ricky Morton has done that. And, yeah, the fighting spirit has passed down from father to son, except now it's almost like Kerry Morton is fighting with truth and righteousness.
It is a big shadow to try to come out from under. I'll give you that. We'll talk more about Ricky Morton as this event goes on. Right now, Kerry Morton has to deal with two of the top fan favorites in JCW.
And what Cocaine lacks in size, he makes up for in that right hand. And Facade, Cocaine, unlikely tag partners here, taking it to the champion.
Into that side slam position.
Oh, double team.
It does seem we've got a bit of an alliance here to start this match, but there's only going to be one winner.
Well, don't forget, Kerry Morton does not have to be pinned to lose the title. Triple threat rules, no count out, no disqualification. Of course, Facade has exhilarated fans all throughout the world, even lived in India for 6 months.
That's right, trained with Kali. I mean, Facade has wrestled in all of the countries that you know have a pro wrestling culture, and then a whole bunch that don't.
Absolutely.
Brothers wrestled in Russia twice, like 2 separate trips to Russia. Who does that?
And now Kerry Morton on the offensive, takes a back elbow from Facade, and now the Neon Ninja using the back to his advantage as Cocaine sent to the outside.
Yeah, beautiful T. Harris now squaring off with the champion. Facade showing that great balance.
Just insane athleticism. What a spring he has in his legs. And now what is Facade thinking? There's not a lot of room out here.
You mentioned the tribute to Sabu. I think he may be looking to post off those ropes.
Oh, he was about to. Cocaine.
Oh, Kerry Morton tripping Facade up.
And Mark, that's the issue with a triple threat match.
You just got to have eyes in the back of your head. You're fighting 2 men at all times.
Facade's back came crashing down on that apron. Now Kerry Morton going to work in the corner, and
crowd at the Admiral Theater here tells the story.
Well, I guess singing a White Stripe songs would be apropos in this situation. Stalling suplex and crashing down.
That's good. You're catching on to this whole Cocaine thing. Really,
just
really
a little
fast.
bit. It's my first time.
Yeah. Well, you could fall in pretty deep, I hear, from the first time. So.
Well, I'm just going to stay seated here and hang on tight. As now Kerry Morton, the champion, certainly willing to do anything to maintain his grasp of the JCW heavyweight title. Facade rolls back in, but Kerry Morton goes right back on the offense. Whoa! Facade over the top rope.
Facade goes right back out. Champion managing to keep this a one-on-one affair with that beautiful Greco-Roman backdrop, as Luthez
into the cover, using the knee. Cocaine able to kick out, but feeling the effects on his throat. Move. And Kerry Morton, look, To his credit, he's not looking to impress anybody. He's looking to cause pain, he's looking to cause damage, and he wants to walk out with the title, and that's what he's doing right now.
Little Fargo strut action from the man from Bristol, Tennessee. And Cocaine, in fact, well, yes, he is a local favorite, but also seen around Chicago in places like Wrestle League and the Super Wrestlers. He literally is a hometown guy, as we see those knife look at that chop.
And when you're known as the Devil's favorite dealer, clearly there's nowhere you won't go. As now Kerry Morton laying the boots in to Cocaine in the corner. Whoa. Now the Neon Ninja. Oh, Kerry Morton wisely
Hot.
using the top rope, throat first.
An ugly fall there for Facade. It looked like his leg got caught up in the ropes as well. Came down with a thud on that stage.
Well, look, Facade is fearless, but when you are daring, like the Neon Ninja, sometimes things like that will happen that cause a lot of damage, and Facade may have just been taken out of this title match.
Well, we've all watched a lot of Sabu videos over the past couple of weeks. We know that it wasn't always pretty. Sabu got the job done, but he took more than his share of tough landings.
You have to wonder what Ricky Morton, who will be in the Violent J Funhouse a little bit later on tonight, what he's thinking of this version of his son. Oh, chop.
Yeah, I don't think that this can make Ricky Morton proud. Man has spent half a century in pro wrestling, and to see his son behave in this fashion, gets caught by the challenger Cocaine and another.
Using those powerful right hands to build some offense. Oh my. Cocaine a little too quick for the champion.
And how many other men with similar masks and similar names have you seen be able to move around a wrestling ring like that?
You can count them on one hand, tightening up the glove. Mark, you know what could be coming next.
Gonna grab Kerry Morton by the goozle. Oh, both men crashing down onto this, held in by the brass railing in front of these juggalos and wrestling fans here at the Admiral Theater.
And there's no count out in this triple threat match. Kerry Morton can take Cocaine anywhere he wants. Oh, and he's sending him right into the front row.
I'm sure a lot of folks have taken Cocaine to the locker rooms of the Admiral Theater throughout the years.
Well,
Kerry Morton,
he's well traveled.
standing on that brass rail and coming down with a rabbit punch on Cocaine.
Double axe handle, and now utilizes the chair to the thoracic spine of Cocaine. Once again, all legal in a triple threat, and now to the abdomen. Well, just threatening a fan with a chair.
I think these folks should probably give a little bit of a wider berth to a man swinging a chair, but Kerry Morton focusing instead on his challenger, as he should.
Oh, Facade! Incoming!
There's another challenger as he points to the heavens. Facade wrestled Sabu on 7 occasions throughout his career, honoring him here tonight, as so many are in Chicago. Facade taking Cocaine now back into the ring.
And when you face an innovator like Sabu 7 times, imagine what you pick up, imagine what you learn, imagine what becomes part of your arsenal. And we're seeing it right now as Facade walking the tightrope. Got it.
With the greatest of ease, stacking up Cocaine.
Oh!
No, Kerry Morton here to save his championship.
Ever so close, the Neon Ninja almost became the new JCW heavyweight champion. And now finally the action back inside the ring, but things got very chaotic for a couple of minutes there.
Yeah, this is a bad situation for Kerry Morton to be in. He's taking on 2 very unpredictable men at the same time, which is something that has actually happened before at the Admiral Theater.
Sure, absolutely. We don't have footage of that, though.
No cameras allowed.
And one thing you can say for Kerry Morton, you know, he is a student of the game. He is a historian. There isn't any trick he doesn't know how to use. But right now,
Meeting of the minds there, and it's the Coke Slam on Facade!
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. No, this is not the time.
The audience seems to think that it's always the right time. It's a Thursday night in Chicago.
There's a title on the line here. Oh, but he's riled up. I'm completely at a loss. But Cocaine following the chokeslam to Facade, and now with a clothesline, we might see a new champion in a backdrop.
Big back body drop came down right on his tailbone, did the champion. Looks like Cocaine wants to give one to Kerry Morton as well. Got him right where he wants him. Oh, rake of the eyes.
Certainly out of desperation, kiss it goodbye. The kiss it goodbye knee lands. Morton wasting no time into the cover, and the champion retains.
Facade made some effort to break it up there, but he was not in time. Kerry Morton has that championship still.
And you know, give credit where credit is due. Kerry Morton, triple threat match. The odds are stacked against him. This match could have gone anywhere, and it certainly did. It went around the ring, and it went in the front row. Kerry Morton did everything possible, using a steel chair, using the ring to his advantage, and it was the kiss it goodbye knee, the very knee that helped him win the JCW Heavyweight Championship, as he still retains that gold.
And now Mr. JCW celebrating among the patrons of the Admiral Theater here. I don't like seeing fans shoving around a wrestler, but man, Kerry just went right into the pit there. What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, much to the absolute disgust of every OWA fan, every JCW fan. And you know, here's an idea. Go to OnlyWrestlers.com, request a slameo from Kerry Morton. You can force him to say anything you want. What a performance by both the Neon Ninja Facade and Cocaine. A non-stop triple threat match from three of JCW's finest.
Nonetheless, the prodigy himself, Mr. JCW, remains heavyweight champion.
And much like with the Brothers of Construction, I think we may have a bit of a mess to clean up here. The carnival leaves behind some evidence of its stand here. Or, you know, maybe the next wrestlers will just enjoy having some of that powder left over.
And I would imagine when this happens in JCW, there's really not much of a need for the cleanup.
Well,
because
yeah.
the competitors might take care of that themselves.
Yeah, they can just hoover that up. Still a lot more action to come here. We are just 3 matches in. We've got a lot more competition as well as Violent J's Funhouse here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, while we're waiting for the next match, once again, thank you to every single one of you watching on the Title Match Network on OnlyWrestlers.com. If you're watching on Title Match,
Louisiana, he is the Southern Stomper, Luke.
no matter where he's competed over the past 2 decades, the brash powerhouse Luke Hawks has given many wrestling fans reasons to get loud. Titles in 9 different promotions, owner and operator of Wildcat Sports and Entertainment, and he'll certainly be competing on July 10th as well.
I don't think he gon' get up after I choke him. One of a kind, never clone him at all. After this, she ain't gon' like me, dog. I don't really think you like me.
And his opponent.
Luke Hawk's opponent tonight, I believe, is going to be one of the great rising stars of the Chicago wrestling scene. There he is. Cross, Kenosha, Wisconsin's own, a second-generation athlete and one of the finest talents that we see here regularly throughout the Midwest, has quite a task ahead of him tonight against Luke Hawx. Jordan Cross taking the long way around the Admiral Theater here. I think he may have just gotten lost once he was no longer on the ramp, and there's just a sea of people to try to cross through here. Real contrast between a man who is just on his way up in the pro wrestling scene versus a most seasoned veteran in Luke Hawx. Looks like Jordan taking his time to even get in the ring at this point.
What an opportunity for the punk rock prince, Jordan Cross. Definitely one of the fastest rising stars in Chicago.
Jordan Cross getting heckled here by the fans sitting right in front of us, and he just encourages them to do it more.
Definite contrast of styles here, contrast of personalities. You know, Luke Hawx getting a kick out of Jordan Cross. Luke Hawx, 20-year veteran in the business. There's nothing he hasn't seen, nothing he hasn't done, whereas Jordan Cross certainly on the rise, but there's definitely a brashness. There's a very strong entitlement to the punk rock prince.
Yeah, Luke Hawx is at that point in his career when Hollywood needs someone to fill the role of a wrestler. He's literally the guy they call.
Oh, not just that. I mean, he has been in so many productions. I mean, he has been killed by Wolverine and Logan.
Killed by Wolverine, but I see him standing right here.
That's how amazing of an athlete he is. Not to mention Fast and Furious 8. He portrayed Stone Cold Steve Austin and Young Rock as well, and such an accomplished professional wrestler, as we're seeing that on display early on.
Gonna get down there on the mat with Jordan Cross. Certainly Luke Hawx can overpower, definitely has a size advantage, but you would think that the young Cross probably has the better reflexes. I guess we'll see as they continue to chain here.
Well, there's no question when you're in your early 20s, many would think you're at your physical peak, and that would be Jordan Cross. But Luke Hawx may not be in his 20s anymore, but he's gotten into bodybuilding. He's very heavy into nutrition, and he is in phenomenal shape, and he feels better now than he did 10 years ago.
Yeah, and I think you're right that generally it is true about one's athletic peak in life, but professional wrestling takes a very long time to master. Most pro wrestlers are hitting their peak when they're in their 30s, when they've been doing it for 10 plus years. Jordan Cross still has a lot to learn. He doesn't seem to think so.
No, Jordan Cross has never met an opportunity he wasn't ready to seize. Case in point right now. Wrestling in his hometown, live on Title Match Network against someone like Luke Hawx, and right now we are seeing the quickness advantage to the punk rock prince. Nice elevation, drop kick lands. We've already seen an amazing performance by another Chicago upstart in Davey Bang, taking his Fine to his limits earlier tonight. Could Jordan Cross find a way to best Luke Hawx?
Reversal. Jordan goes up, gets caught and driven down hard. Hooks the leg.
Oh, Jordan Cross gets that left leg up, or the left shoulder, I should say. What a pop-up power slam that was. Oh,
getting ragdolled now with that belly to belly, hooks the leg. Still somehow has the presence of mind. Got to respect that Jordan Cross still has some fight in him here.
Well, this is what Luke Hawx does. He overpowers his opponents, and when he has to take him to the woodshed, that's exactly what he does. Suplex connects. Jordan Cross could be gasping for air at this point.
Yeah, and Luke Hawx is wrestling a match that is designed to not go very long. It's fine with him if Jordan has the deeper gas tank. Luke Hawx is looking to make this a quick night. He knows he doesn't get paid by the hour.
No question about that. A trifecta of chops in the corner. Oh, there's a fourth. Jordan Cross, bit of a desperation point for him at this stage of the match. A collection of knife-edge chops just doing the damage there to the sternum. And now Luke Hawx heading to the outside. Jordan Cross in desperate need of a rebound here.
I feel like taking this into the crowd might be the wrong part of town for Jordan Cross. I don't know that he's made a lot of friends out there.
No, he certainly hasn't. And Luke Hawx, if you want to brawl, he can certainly brawl as well. And the official, I can't see him, but we can assume he's begun the count. And Luke Hawx knows that he wants to win this match in the ring. Oh, eye rake by Jordan Cross. As Hawx wisely rolls back in.
Yeah, Hawx has not had any opportunity to work out his eyeballs. Beautiful missile drop kick there, hooks the leg.
And Luke Hawx just able to stay alive there. Jordan Cross so close. Oh, he went for the Rebel Buster, but Luke Hawx had that one scouted. But Cross continues the attack.
Yeah, tough landing there for Cross. Oh, gets a cutter. I don't think Luke Hawx was expecting that one at all.
The cross cutter into the cover, and no, Luke Hawx gets the right shoulder up. Jordan Cross, that's quite frankly how he wins matches, with that cross cutter. But now Luke Hawx. Oh, power slam.
All tied up. That was brutal.
And that'll be it. Luke, oh, wait a minute. Jordan Cross finds a way. Beautiful pump handle power slam usually does the trick for Luke Hawx. Step up enziguri lands for the Punk Rock Prince.
Ducks the line. Oh, spinning back elbow.
That has to do it. Luke Hawx
really
laid the cover and gets the victory.
Yeah, there was no getting up after that one.
You know, Mark, it wasn't flashy, but Luke Hawx doesn't need to be flashy when he's that physical. And like you said, the spinning back elbow got the job done.
Wasn't flashy. I've never been more glad to be sitting out here instead of him there.
And he's wearing the signs of damage there, a little bit of blood leaking out of the nose, but nothing Luke Hawx hasn't dealt with before. Great performance by Jordan Cross, certainly a bright future ahead of the Punk Rock Prince.
Yeah, I think smelling the iron of his own blood may have only made Luke Hawx angrier.
And Luke Hawx steamrolls his way towards July 10th in his hometown in New Orleans, when OnlyWrestlers combines with Wildcat Sports to put on another incredible event. And of course, we'll be telling you all about it on social media. Instagram, OW_OnlyWrestlers, and OnlyWrestlers.com. Get involved with chat, get the live event center throughout the night, and request a Slameo from any one of the 300 plus active professional wrestlers involved on OnlyWrestlers. Any kind of message you want. It could be for you, for a friend, for your parents. There isn't anything you can't request from Slameo.
Could we even request one of Violent J?
You absolutely can.
The commissioner of JCW really getting ready to hold court here at the Admiral Theater. Violent J's Funhouse and his very first guest, Ricky Morton. Really couldn't be nicer, guys.
Anytime Violent J is in the house, you know the Juggalos are going to follow. And you being the voice of JCW, I mean, there's truly no promotion in the business like JCW. And it's been going strong for 25 years.
25 years, and Ricky Morton was there on the very first night. And it happened in Detroit at St. Andrews Hall. You can watch the whole thing online. Ricky Morton's been a part of it from day one. And currently, Ricky Morton is JCW's Battle Royal champion. Still winning professional wrestling championships after half a century in the business.
He told us earlier tonight, he said, look, I'm about to turn 69 years old and I'm still wrestling multiple times a week. And for the fans watching who have never had a chance, the privilege of meeting Ricky Morton and talking to him, it's not just an aura. When you're finished talking to him, you just feel better about your own life. He's a very, very special individual.
He's got that southern charm. I've seen Ricky Morton on the road just charming people who work at hotel desks and everywhere else, treating everyone the same.
Yeah.
Making sure that the fellas get a good hotel breakfast.
You know, and in an era where so many people are convinced that you can't do things the right way, you can find success without undercutting someone, without nepotism, without underhanded methods. Ricky Morton has proved everyone wrong for the past 50 years. Another great feature, OnlyWrestlers.com. You can vote on matches. As a matter of fact, 2 wrestlers you voted for will be competing later on tonight for the TNA X Division title. You know, when you have a standing room only Admiral Theater, it's not easy for the camera operators to get around.
No, it was Jordan Cross seemed to have gotten a little lost in the crowd on his way to the ring. He got off the stage and then it was just a sea of people in every direction.
Stand up, come on. Let's get some energy in this body, is that right?
There you go. I wouldn't mind an opportunity to stand up as well.
Legendary Violent J!
He is one half of Insane Clown Posse, a Grammy Award-winning artist, and he is the commissioner of Juggalo Championship Wrestling, the Duke of the Wicked, Violent J.
And I may not be a juggalo, but is it okay if I give a nice whoop whoop at this moment?
Hey, I'm mostly just wearing the tie, but whoop whoop.
Thank you very much, Melissa. 2 scoops a week to all of y'all. It's the Duke Violent J with the 2nd edition. That's right, motherfuckers. The 1st edition, my guest was the great Rob Van Dam. But tonight, we go even further down the road of legendariness with my guest at this motherfucking time. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, juggalos and juggalettes, please welcome to the chair of the Funhouse. He is a WWE motherfucking Hall of Famer with the ring to prove it, which he will stamp into your forehead if you fuck around. He has a legendary tag team partner by the name of Robert Gibson. I am
One could say that he's one half of the greatest tag team of all time, and you wouldn't find many who would argue. Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express,
The true foundation of tag team wrestling.
Chicago? Come down, what they do? Hand out volumes? Y'all wake the fuck up. Let's wake up. Yeah, rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Rock and roll.
I had it on video.
Oh man, my mind is racing 1,000 miles an hour. I don't even know where to begin because I am sitting next to one of my all-time favorites on the motherfucking Funhouse. I'm just gonna cut right to the chase, Ricky. I know you are a tag team wizard. You are a tag team certified samurai, but you are a professional wrestler first, and I want to ask you, what was after 50 years in the ring? After 50 fucking years in the ring, please bless us with the answer to this question. What was your greatest wrestling match?
Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot to think about right here, but
The Rockers.
I have my favorites.
Marty Jannetty.
And a lot of y'all, you might have seen it in Chicago years ago. You might have watched on TV where a guy come out and put with a little bitty titty bopper bra, and he slapped me on the head and I broke his damn glasses. I'm talking about the one and only Nature Boy Ric Flair. Listen to me. Listen, I'm talking about old school wrestling. 17 days in a row, we wrestled for 1 hour time limit every night.
Every night, every week?
We never had every night.
And what about the weekends?
No, on the weekends, oh, I forgot about that. On the weekends, we filmed TBS in the morning at 7 o'clock. Oh, and then we went to another show, and me and Ric Flair doing our Broadway, but I forgot about Sundays. Sundays was 2 shows. Hour on each one of them. If you're listen, understand me, that's the greatest time and the greatest angle that I will ever do and anybody can do, I think, in this business with the Nature Boy.
Now wait a minute, I want to stand up and say something. I want to stand up and say something here, Ricky. Those epic battles with the Nature Boy Ric Flair, those fucking battles, right? And all the other battles you have had in this 50-year career is exactly what gave you the genetic structure and the muscles and bones and guts to be able to still take that shit. So daddy! Now before we get to that, and I do want to get to that very soon, but before we get to that, I do not want to leave you people hanging. This is the Funhouse. We need to know what was or were your greatest tag team matches.
Anybody have any answers? No. Y'all remember when we had a scrabble match here in Chicago against the Midnight Express? Jimmy Cornette fell off the scalpel and broke a damn leg. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get back in. You guys ever watch Starrcade? You guys ever watch Starrcade? 1986 in a steel can Greensboro, North Carolina. To me, and I think, because I get to think for my damn self, I think it was the greatest tag team match ever. The Rock and Roll Express in a cage against Ole and Arn Anderson.
Yeah!
Wow. Suddenly you just made every other tag team sound like baby bitch asses and children standing next to this legendary human being. As I said before, your history of combat, your history of brutal, physical, lengthy combat is what gave you the power to be able to still do it. Now that's what I want to ask about next, because what the fuck? You aren't just doing it. Okay? He's not just still wrestling. Champion. He's not doing a show every 2 months with some recovery. Let me tell you something, ninjas, listen. This man is out here. I run a wrestling promotion for 25 years. Okay? It's called Violent Championship Wrestling. Check us out on YouTube. This man is wrestling several times a week. Last week, this week, it's still happening all over the country. This man is on airplanes, first class, up in the sky. Right now this man is doing it. And we have a championship. It's the Battle Royal Championship. On 2 occasions, this man stepped in the ring with 20 other very talented and accomplished professional wrestlers who suddenly look like baby bitch asses as he tossed them over the top rope and won the JCW Battle Royal Championship, and then defended it. Ricky Morton, how are you still this active? You're doing fucking flip pile drivers. Do you know what I'm talking about? This man is killing it. How? What? Because I got people like you that when you come to see me, you're gonna get your fucking money's worth. Now, he just said something a while ago. Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Not only am I the Battle Royal Champion, you guys need to go on and check this show out. You got to see some of the greatest talent that nobody's even heard of or seen of. And that's the reason I'm there. Not only am I the champion, you guys got to check this belt out. It's the biggest fucking belt I've ever seen in my life. Do you understand me? It goes from here to here. I can be in the shield. I can be fighting gladiators with this son of a bitch. But, now listen to me. I had a wonderful time up on this stage tonight with my friend, Violent J. And let me tell you, not only is he a friend, he's a brother to me. When you're in this business, you got to stand for each other. And standing for each other, this is why I still go. Because I want the other boys in the business to know about the love in this business that they don't understand yet. But one day it'll knock them off their feet. And Violent J, the man with the plan. Do you hear me? Listen to me. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. And remember, with all you fans, without you, none of us could be here.
we all thank you, and I'm going to give the mic back to the man with the plan. And everybody have a wonderful night, and have a great fucking time!
Ricky Morton, ladies and gentlemen!
Well, Mark, everyone's showing the well-earned respect for the great Ricky Morton.
25 years ago, a quarter of a century ago, JCW held our very, very first show in
Volume
Detroit.
1.
And Ricky Morton was on that motherfucker halfway through his career. Insanity! Thank you for listening to us tonight. And I thank the great Ricky Morton. I love him sincerely, and I love all y'all. But let's get back to the action!
And that'll do it for another edition of Violent J's Funhouse. You know, Ricky Morton's one of those guys, Mark, you could listen to him tell stories about his career for hours on end and be on the edge of your seat. I mean, the guy has seen things that, quite frankly, no one else has seen.
Yeah, literally would and can in JCW. Those van rides are long, and it is a pleasure to have someone like Ricky Morton, who is a national treasure and just such a nice guy.
And not to mention that, so humble. You know, we talk about how he's done everything the right way over the past 50 years, and it's unbelievable. He's approaching his 69th birthday, still wrestling multiple times a week. I mean, he's the heavyweight champion for Boca Raton Championship Wrestling right now down in Florida. This is a man that's almost 69 years old. He is defying age. He is defying, I mean, as a physical therapist, I am blown away at what Ricky Morton is doing.
He's out here hitting Canadian destroyers. And I just had someone in the back tonight tell me a story of being on a show in West Virginia, and Ricky wasn't going to make it, and he drove himself 6 hours when the flight didn't work out. He's still doing that. He's still making those drives every week.
That is a man who truly loves his life and truly appreciates his life, and we should be so lucky. But no luck involved in the Chi-Town Beatdown Battle Royal, as some of Chicago's best are going to see who will reign supreme and be the last one standing in the ring. You see Tully Bertinelli, Jay Vanity, Maurice, Disco Ray, Axel Rico, Damian Walker as well,
and Joey Mack.
And Joey Mack rounding out the 8 in this battle royal. Interesting here, there's not a lot of room in the Admiral Theater to toss your opponent over the top.
There is not, but full disclosure, earlier today, I saw Jay Vanity walk in. Am not familiar with Jay Vanity as a wrestler, and did not know if he was here for the wrestling or the other thing.
Yeah, I can see that.
I was just like, how you doing? Handshake.
Well, it's quite possible, you know, Jay Vanity might stay for a while after the amazing event tonight. Who knows? Tully Bertinelli, though. Not the Tully B that you may know as a horseman, but the Tully B that is destroying everyone right now. You'd have to think odds-on favorite here early on.
Well, that was an attempt to try to escape Tully's grasp, but it wasn't over the top rope, so it wasn't good enough.
Grabbing Jay Vanity by the hair, and out goes Jay Vanity. The most stunning and magnificent competitor in the Battle Royal is out, as is J-Mac. Tully Bertinelli, 2 quick eliminations early on, but now Disco Ray, the dancing dynamo, the Baron of Boogie. This is a guy living in the wrong generation. He actually claimed to me earlier today that Rudy Ray Moore, a.k.a. Dolomite, is his biological father. I have a hard time believing that, but I guess anything's possible.
Had you heard of this guy before today?
I mean, I heard of him. First time meeting him, though.
Yeah, well, Disco Ray doesn't advertise.
Aha. But he does know how to get the crowd going.
cutting a rug here in the middle of the Battle Royal. And this is the Abe Froman Memorial Battle Royal, isn't it?
Yeah, we could coin it that for sure. Whoever wins this Battle Royal, Mark, you could call them
the Sausage King of Chicago.
That's right. Oh, Tully Bertinelli, a vicious headbutt now, and Damian Walker. Oh, hang on briefly, but that'll do it. Head first, right now,
and there goes Tully, landed right on his feet. Doesn't seem to know what happened.
It took 3 men to send out Tully Bertinelli. That leaves Maurice, Axel Rico, and Disco Ray. Safe to say Disco Ray's a fan favorite.
Disco Ray may have spent a little bit too much time celebrating there with 2 more men in this match, but oh, well, maybe I'm wrong.
Well, Disco Ray would have loved to spend some time at, I forget if it's called Club 52, whatever that club in New York is.
Studio 54?
There you go, Studio 54, Club 52. I'm sure there's one of them out there. Thanks for picking me up on that one.
Hey, there's a place in Toledo called Peppermint Hippo instead of Spearmint Rhino.
I bet there is. In Toledo, there's a lot of things. And down and out goes Disco Ray. That leaves Axel Rico. Ooh. And Damian Walker, I apologize, and Maurice left in this Battle Royal. Maurice told me before, he said, I'm the only one you should take seriously. I am the most professional wrestler in this Battle Royal. Well, Axel Rico believes he's the best luchador in Chicago. Which I believe Davey Bang may have something to say about that after his performance against Esfine earlier tonight.
Yeah, that match was awesome.
Really was.
You know, a young Paul Heyman promoted wrestling at Studio 54, I believe.
Certainly did. Well, Maurice picking up some energy here from the sold-out Admiral Theater, and a poke to the eyes from Axel Rico. Now picking up speed, a boot right to the chest. Axel Rico said on social media he's the only wrestler in Chicago anyone should give a damn about. They may have to. If he wins this Battle Royal, elbow coming up empty.
Oh, that was a brutal 12-6 elbow that is not legal in the UFC.
That's 230 pounds of Maurice crashing down on Axel Rico.
Needing to just grab that man and deposit him over the top rope to take your laurels as the Sausage King of Chicago.
I could imagine what that trophy may look like.
I think it would fit right in here at the Admiral Theater. There's some great statues on the stage.
Yeah. It's got a very interesting motif here in the beautiful Admiral. Standing room only tonight from the outset for the OnlyWrestlers Association. And a throat chop by Maurice, and he's got a blank and sadistic stare in his eye. Wearing down Axel Rico. And when you speak to Maurice, there really aren't too many endearing qualities about him. Rough personality is an understatement.
Rough chin lock, too.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Trying to wear down Axel Rico. Every other competitor has been eliminated from this Battle Royal.
Is Axel second generation? Is he related to Spider Rico?
That's actually possible, and as you know, Spider Rico can hit. Oh!
He could take some hits.
Yes, he certainly could. And Axel Rico did just now. Maurice hoisting up Rico. Oh! Rico now finally mounting a little bit of offense here, but all it takes is one shot to the midsection, and Maurice back in control. Springboard crossbody.
That is a risk, especially in a in a battle royal.
No question about that. Ooh. Axel Rico, that's a lot of weight on the shoulders.
Oh.
Down goes Maurice in a heap.
Yeah, rough fall on the boards there.
You know, in this moment, Axel Rico could probably get the 3 count, but that's not going to do any good in the battle royal.
Nope, no referee here to count that. The more damage that he does to the big man, the harder it's going to be to deadlift him over the top. Needs some momentum here to get him up.
Oh. Maurice with that heavy and powerful lower base, and now a clothesline in the corner. He's got Rico exactly where he wants him. Charge it in! Oh!
Wait, well, I don't know that his feet touched the floor there. Nope. He held on.
They did not. Axel Rico is still alive. Maurice has had enough. Charge it in. Oh! Axe kick to the back of the head.
Well, kudos to him for holding on, but going up to that top rope definitely backfired.
Axel Rico in a precarious position here. All Maurice has to do, send him over the top to the outside. Oh my. Whoa.
Oh boy.
What's Maurice thinking here? Oh. Now both competitors on the apron.
Yeah, they've both gone over the top. It's a matter of who's going to hit the floor first, unless one of them gets back in that ring.
Oh!
Listen to those hits.
Powerful message there sent by Rico. Ah, thumbs to the eyes.
Gouging the eyes.
Off!
And there he goes!
And Maurice wins the Battle Royal. Well, arguably the most unlikable competitor in this Battle Royal is able to get the best of the 7 other competitors to be the Abe Froman Sausage King of Chicago. Well, this night has had a little bit of everything, Mark.
It sure has. I want to know what some guys really think about it by getting them to tell me on Slameo.
Which you can find OnlyWrestlers.com. You can order a Slameo message from any one of your favorite wrestlers.
More than 300 wrestlers currently active on Only Wrestlers.
That's right. Of course, our next event, July 10th in New Orleans, Alario Center, in conjunction with Wildcat Sports. But we're moments away from what could be and should be an electric contest.
Introducing first.
He's a Chicago native, but you couldn't tell by this reaction. A former NWA Junior Heavyweight Champion. And you know, Mark, calling him brash and arrogant, completely self-absorbed would be an understatement, and now he's demanding a microphone.
He thinks these people like him.
Wow.
Okay, so I see it. You all are just hating on Joe Alonzo because y'all ain't Joe Alonzo, which is I would hate me too.
Now, Johnny, have you ever walked around with your own face on your T-shirt?
Oh my goodness, he just
threw a microphone at Melissa Santos. Wow.
You do not throw a heavy microphone at anyone, let alone Melissa Santos. To answer your question, no, I've only had the face on the back of my shirt.
Well.
A deserving announcement by Melissa Santos as the Lucha chants are underway in Chicago. Mark Roberts, a man whose accomplishments are just as impressive as his athleticism. We heard from Melissa, two-time United States champion, former Cruiserweight champion, NXT Tag Champion. Samurai Del Sol defies the laws of gravity.
And much to Joe Alonzo's displeasure, Samurai Del Sol is from Chicago.
Yes, he certainly is.
So I'm not sure you can stand in a ring with this guy and claim that you're the best anything, the best luchador, the king of Chicago, when you're talking standing across from Samurai Del Sol.
That's right. Samurai Del Sol, second-generation American whose career started right here at Windy City Pro Wrestling, and what a career it has been.
And, you know, Alonzo may have an inflated opinion of himself.
Inflated?
Yeah, people don't really like him very much. But the guy has drive. He went to train in Mexico at 19 years old to train lucha with Ricky Marvin.
Yeah, he did, and wow, strong message here from the faithful.
Seems like they've met Joe Alonzo.
Joe Alonzo threatening to leave, and you know, I would say the OWA faithful here would love to see him leave, but they also want to see Samurai Del Sol compete.
Yeah, I think that if I were a member of this audience, I would rather see what Samurai Del Sol could do to Joe Alonzo than just have Joe Alonzo leave.
You know, to say Alonzo has a chip on his shoulder, definitely an understatement, but, you know, he said, hey, I'm a great luchador too, like you mentioned. Went to Mexico, trained at a young age with Ricky Marvin, and he said, I have a number of different styles, and he said, I think I'm a better luchador than Samurai Del Sol. That's a tall task.
It really is. Joe Alonzo has also traveled throughout the U.S. extensively. He's been at Fourth Rope, at TNA, former NWA Junior Heavyweight Champion. Yep. He's full of himself, but he does have accomplishments within the ring.
No question about it. As talented as they come, I mean, you look at the Junior Heavyweight title, that's been held by the likes of Ricky Morton and Jushin Thunder Liger, Tiger Mask, Ultimo Dragon, Danny Hodge, even Vern Gagne, just to name a handful. As right now, a bit of a feeling out process here.
You took Danny Hodge right off of my lips there. I don't think Joe Alonzo could crush an apple with his hand.
I don't think many people could.
Which is good news for Samurai Del Sol because his wrist is currently in the grips of Alonzo. Reverses it, gets that headlock takeover. These guys are going to move fast.
Ooh, that's an understatement. Joe Alonzo feels like he's a lot to prove here, and even Steven thus far.
Same idea, and Samurai Del Sol does not take his eyes off of his opponent. Joe Alonzo, he says. That chant, I don't think he needs to copyright that one.
No. Oh. Spitting at one of the fans in the Admiral Theater.
They usually have to pay for that.
They usually offer to. This is getting out of hand. Joe Alonzo needs to focus on his opponent, who's a multi-time champion and one of the top luchadors in the world.
Is he really going to go for a test of strength? Is that what's happening here? It is.
Well, Joe Alonzo has a reach advantage, has a height advantage, and you could argue maybe a strength advantage.
But do you really give a luchador your arm? Like, well, maybe if you're going to go low like that, you do. Joe Alonzo showing what he's made of here.
Elbow to the back of the neck with Alonzo still to come tonight. Oh, chop across the chest. The TNA X Division title on the line. Moose competing in a handicap match against the two Chicago wrestlers who garnered the most votes on OnlyWrestlers.com. And look at the athleticism, the balance of Samurai Del Sol. Ooh.
Going up himself, showing Joe Alonzo how it's done.
Just another day in the office for Samurai Del Sol.
Joe Alonzo is not as safe as he may assume on the outside. Samurai Del Sol taking flight. No, he tricked him out. He faked us all out.
Mind games. Samurai inside the head of Joe Alonzo, no question about that. Oh, basement drop kick. And now Samurai Del Sol, certainly an underrated striker. There isn't anything in his arsenal that hasn't been effective over the course of his career. Oh, but Joe Alonzo once again taking the shortcut. And a vicious back elbow right into the cover, hooks the leg, and Samurai Del Sol able to kick out at 2. You know, Joe Alonzo threatened to give us a high-flying arsenal tonight, but thus far, it's been anything but.
Well, Alonzo may just realize that he can't hang with Samurai Del Sol and needs to take other shortcuts here. He's gone low. He's roughhousing here on the outside.
Well, referee Chris Massey has begun the count. Joe Alonzo, you have to question if he would care to win this in the ring or if he would just continue the offense on the outside and sneak back in for a countout.
Hey, cage match doesn't even say if you won by a countout most of the time. He just wants to have his record show that he got a victory over Samurai Del Sol.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't really use cage match for any information, but I hope that they're being successful. Del Sol sending Joe Alonzo back inside the ring. Heading up to the top. Oh,
not if Alonzo has anything to say about it, holding on to the boot there. Ref trying to get both these men back into the ring.
Oh, off the second turnbuckle, right into a drop kick, pinpoint, into the cover, big upset, no.
Samurai got caught. And now Alonzo laying the boots to him here.
And this is the vicious offense that really has been the focus of Joe Alonzo, especially over the past year or two, as he has progressed in his career. In his eyes, this is what's going to get him to the next level. Not impressing the fans, not making them happy, doing anything possible for Joe Alonzo to get the W.
Using that middle strand there to strangle Samurai Del Sol. Referee creates some space intentionally, but it's Joe Alonzo here still controlling his opponent's head. Beautiful snap suplex.
High velocity there. Right back into the cover goes Alonzo, and once again Samurai Del Sol able to stay alive, but
cocky cover.
These frequent pin attempts, they do take a lot out of your opponent.
Yep, got to push up. Samurai Del Sol does every time and lift the full body weight of Alonzo off of him in order to stay in the match. Still seems to have some authority in those right hands, though.
That's right, a cluster of right hands. Snappy right hands by Samurai Del Sol. Reversal into the corner. And Joe Alonzo, my goodness, drop kick right to the jaw.
Yeah, that was square on the jaw. And now, beautiful Saito-style suplex.
Cover again, hooks the leg, and no. Del Sol still in this matchup, and now Joe Alonzo, the boot to the face. Complete disrespect to the two-time United States champion. And now Joe Alonzo willing to take his time. He realizes the high motor of Samurai Del Sol, the amazing conditioning that Del Sol is in.
Needs to slow the luchador down, and he's definitely in the pole position right now is Joe Alonzo. Samurai fighting back from underneath. Both men back up on their feet. Oh, some space now for Samurai. A flurry of kicks.
That's right. This is that high-speed offense that only Samurai Del Sol can execute, but credit to Alonzo catching him with the boot. Quick reversal here off the rope. Oh, my. And follows it up with a kick right into a cover, and he got no. Ever so close. What a flurry of offense by Del Sol. Wow. And this is really the first time in this matchup we're starting to see Del Sol in the driver's seat. Oh.
Goes for a cutter. Alonso blocks it.
Could have been the Selena Del Sol he was attempting.
Alonso went for a suplex, but Samurai blocks it, ducks a kick.
Oh! Backstabber by Alonso. Right into the cover, all the body weight on Samurai, but he's able to power out. What a counter by Alonso into the backstabber.
These guys seem to have each other well scouted, know the stakes here tonight at OnlyWrestlers.
Imagine how insufferable Joe Alonzo will be if he could find a way to take down Samurai Del Sol. And
he said he's going to take his mask off.
Come on. Oh, went for the Selena Del Sol again, and now raking the eyes, the mask. Springboard off the second rope.
I think the mask was turned all around and bonding Samurai there. Yeah, his mask was backwards there almost, all sideways.
You do not get physical with an official. He hit the springboard double axe handle, almost got the victory, but not enough. Joe Alonzo looking to take every possible shortcut, now heading possibly up to the mezzanine.
If Alonzo could just stay focused and stay on his opponent, he has a lot of skill to where he might be able to do some damage here. Letting his ego get the better of him time and time again. Samurai out of the way.
He went for the most dope once again. This time Samurai had it scouted, went for the Selena Del Sol again. Quick roll through into the cover for, no! Roll up here! Oh! Oh my! Alternating super kicks by Del Sol and Alonzo. Hold on. Third time is the charm. Selena Del Sol into the cover, and Samurai with the victory.
That was awesome. Great match. Fans here in Chicago love it. What a battle we just saw there. And, you know, throughout the match, Mark, you saw Samurai Del Sol going for the Selena Del Sol. Credit to Alonzo, had it scouted multiple times. But all it takes is 1 second to catch the opponent slipping, and Samurai Del Sol will put you down. Yeah, there was no getting out of it once Samurai Del Sol hit it. Joe Alonso showing that he was worthy of sharing a ring with Samurai Del Sol, but not enough to get that victory tonight.
As much as he showed utter disrespect to Lucha as a whole, to Samurai Del Sol in attempting to take his mask off, we did see what Joe Alonso is truly capable of in that ring. But it's going to take a lot more than that to get a victory over the great Samurai Del Sol.
TNA X Division Championship action coming up here on Only Wrestlers. It is amazing that we just see things like this become commonplace now throughout professional wrestling.
No question about that. I mean, it's really amazing. Night to night, you never know what you might see.
The contest is a handicap match and is for the TNA X Division title.
Whether you're watching on Title Match Network or OnlyWrestlers.com, we thank you so much. It has been a night that has had a little bit of everything, kicking off with RVD paying tribute to Sabu and incredible action inside the ring and outside the ring throughout the Admiral Theater.
Working the rails.
And next, making his way to the ring from your hometown of Chicago, weighing in at 175 pounds, he is the man of the year,
Monchos Mayhem, a multi-talented, smooth operator, as he likes to describe himself. He's lethal on the mic as a recording artist, very intelligent, athletic in the ring as well, and, you know, he's looking to shock the world tonight.
Well, shocking it would be. You call this a handicap match. I'm not sure which side has the handicap.
And that's the interesting element here. Whoever gets the pin will become the champion.
These guys have to. Okay, wait. His pants are completely gone, and there's just tighty whities there.
You know, it's not a visual I care to see.
At least they're white.
There he is. If there was such a thing as a Mount Rushmore for TNA wrestling, it most likely could not be completed before adding this man, a 3-time world champion, 2-time grand champion, and as we can see, the current X Division champion having a stranglehold on this title since this past October. And you know, Mark, what could you say about the decade of dominance that Moose has had with TNA and worldwide?
I think it's actually been underrated. I've seen Moose have some matches that if it were on the bigger platform, people would be talking about him for a very long time. He had a match with Tomohiro Ishii that was just incredible.
Yeah. There isn't anything Moose hasn't done. He's already defended the title against the likes of Laredo Kid, Kushida, and Ace Austin. He also recently crossed the line into NXT, challenging NXT champion Oba Femi, and that was a colossal clash between two of the most powerful athletes in all of professional wrestling. And now Chicago giving a,
Chicago not on the side of the challengers here.
Well, they were allowing Bugs Moran and Monchos Mayhem to know what Moose was about to do to them. And a boot right to the face. And Bugs Moran eats the right foot as well. Without question, one of the most well-rounded athletes in all of professional wrestling. 6-year career in the NFL, went from the gridiron to the ring. It's been nothing but success. Charging in, European uppercut to Moran. Oh, this could be the beginning of the end already.
Oh, Moran is in a very precarious situation here.
Oh, the go to hell to Bugs Moran. And that could very well be the fate of Mayhem as well. And you can also go to hell.
Pop up power bomb coming down hard on Bugs Moran. Moose making it look easy, taking out 2 challengers at once.
At this point, Moose is just having a good time tonight, defending the TNA X Division Championship. And what a time in TNA. You have Trick Williams, an NXT superstar here, as TNA World Champion, but Moose certainly looking to keep the X Division in TNA. Now Bugs Moran, oh my! A bulldog to Moose, and now a springboard moonsault. Are you kidding me? Whoever pins Moose, if they're able to, will become the X Division champion. And now Mayhem, oh my goodness. And now off the second turnbuckle.
And he lands another one. Moose
spinning senton into the cover. Bugs Moran breaking it up.
Bugs Moran not wanting to see anyone but him.
How about the athleticism there, the running, shooting star press by Mayhem. But now we're seeing how this is not a typical handicap match, because they both want to be champion, but Moose having none of it.
Moose sizing up his opponents now. Mayhem unlucky to be the first one to his feet.
Mayhem in desperate need, having to use his quickness, not quick enough there. A spear by Moose, and now Bugs Moran, a drop kick having little effect to the multi-time TNA World Champion. Oh, off the second. Oh my goodness! Another spear by Moose, and that'll do it. Moose retains the TNA X Division title.
It's still TNA X Division champion.
Moose out here making it look easy.
Well, Mark, no need for help from his squad from the system tonight, as Moose takes care of business in emphatic fashion, remaining the TNA X Division champion.
And did he take the hobo's money?
Ha! Moose doesn't need a couple of dollars thrown at fans, but Bugs Moran, at least he's walking away with something.
Yeah, Bugs seems thankful.
Moose retains the gold as we await our main event of the evening.
Only one match left to go here tonight. And this one may just blow everything else out of the water.
It certainly might. Every single event for OWA, we have fans voting, just like you saw.
The following contest is your main event for the evening and is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making her way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina. She is a third-generation wrestling prodigy, first woman to ever hold the Impact World Championship, and former Knockouts champion, the undeniable diamond, Tessa Blanchard.
She is as talented as she is outspoken. You'd really be hard-pressed to find any individual who has the in-ring skill and commanding presence of Tessa Blanchard, making her return to TNA this past December, already a former TNA World Champion, the first woman ever to do so.
Girl, you better bring it on. I'm about to send you home. Tessa B, and the B is for the baddest. Fans get the loudest.
Yeah, Tessa may have some strong opinions, but she's entirely capable of backing them up.
She is the reigning CMLL World Women's Champion. She is the embodiment of Latina power. She is La Diosa Guerrera.
What we're seeing right now is two of the most decorated female athletes in professional wrestling. Oh, Tessa
Started off hot with the tiaras from the top from Tessa.
wasting no time, but Zeus able to recover. Blanchard goes face first on the apron. And now, the CMLL Women's World Champion going to work on the outside in our main event of the Chi-Town Beatdown. And oh boy, this is...
that's the opposite direction of the ring. Oh, they're out in the hall.
Well, the official may have to be a little lenient with the count here, because this main event is very unpredictable, very volatile. And Mark, there's a history here between Blanchard and Zeus as she is sent into the chairs.
Sent right into the fans.
They battled for the CMLL Women's Tag Team titles this past August. Zeus teaming up with Persephone and Blanchard teaming up with Luvia, with Blanchard and Luvia walking away with those titles.
Oh, and now another. On the other side, Tessa just got thrown into a fan?
Well, hey, it's been standing room all night. You might as well make a few more fans stand up.
Zeus, I thought she was going to help the fan up. She's getting Tessa up instead.
Zeus is an all-timer for CMLL. Quickly into the cover, and Blanchard kicks out at 2.
How's that for some fan participation in the Only Wrestlers Association?
Well, that's what OWA is all about, a true fan influence promotion, and we're seeing it in spades tonight. Oh, a kick!
Right to the hamstring.
Yeah, right to the adductors and the hamstring there. Zeus was also one half of the inaugural CMLL Tag Team Championships, along with the Dark Angel Stephanie Vaquer. They held those titles for almost 300 days prior to vacating them.
Taken to the outside again now by Tessa.
Wow! Tessa Blanchard corkscrew to the outside. And that's one of the things that makes Blanchard so dangerous. She has such a high motor, and her physical conditioning is second to none.
Just a lot of fire too, a lot of passion, a lot of anger at times, it seems.
Yeah. I mean, quite frankly, Blanchard is pissed off just about all the time.
Yes, most of the time.
Once again, this fight spinning to the outside, and you know, you can tell there is a history between these two with the way this match is going so far. It is violent, it is all over the place. And now Zeus sent right into the chairs.
Tessa's really cut down too. That's got to only make her faster and increase her stamina as well here.
Yeah. She's already been Knockouts champion once before. And there's little doubt she's going to have her sights locked in on the Knockouts championship again in the future. And once again,
there is no room. There's nowhere for them to go, and they're still fighting their way through the crowd here.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if this spills out onto the streets of downtown Chicago right now.
Coming back toward the ring now, at least in the general direction, yes.
You know, and Blanchard has built her own legendary status in Mexico as well. Former AAA Reina de Reinas champion, Crash Women's champion as well, and obviously a massive star herself in CMLL.
Can't take anything away from Zuxi. She has won 3 women's masks. Ooh. Every time she's ever been in a match with masks on the line, she's walked away with the other woman's mask.
Undefeated, imagine that. Right into the cover goes Blanchard, and Zuxi able to power out, and she also took TBS champion Mercedes Monet to her limit last year, battling for the TBS championship on Dynamite. Zuxi became a fan favorite there as well.
Well, the fans here in Chicago haven't exactly taken a shine to Tessa, so.
You know who can care less about that? Tessa Blanchard.
Yes. Something about those third-generation types.
Oh my goodness! Open-handed slap across the cheek of Blanchard. And now Zeus utilizing the top rope. A stiff forearm to the back of the neck. Zeus has now held the World Women's title for almost 300 days since defeating Willow Nightingale at the CMLL 91st anniversary show. What's amazing is Zeus is one of the few stars who is victorious at the 81st and 91st celebration. Wow. That goes to show not only how incredible she is, but also her longevity.
Yeah, that is impressive with the level of competition at Arena Mexico. Tessa stomping her opponent down now, hard in the corner.
And you know,
turning her iron toward George Ross.
And there isn't anything Tessa Blanchard can't do. She's so incredibly athletic. She can do the lucha style if necessary, but she would prefer to wear you down and be vicious. Oh,
beautiful sunset flip.
Cover, no. Zeus with a roll up here, and Blanchard kicks out. Oh.
Tessa in hard, and Zeus follows it up.
But look at Tessa with the recovery and a forearm of her own. Oh, Zeus into the corner. Blanchard too quick with a backhand to the face. It appeared Blanchard may have been limping briefly there going into the corner. We'll see if that comes into play.
Taking her opponent's legs away. Zeus in a bad spot.
Goodness! The Magnum! The double knee face breaker lands for Blanchard. But Zeus! Oh! Launching Blanchard into the corner. What a recovery. What a counter. Usually when Blanchard hits the Magnum, she's setting up for that buzzsaw DDT and it's curtains. But once again, speaking to the incredible ability of Zeus. Oh, could she be setting up for the La Dozora?
Double underhook. Tessa's out of there.
Blanchard had that scouted, and now both these amazing athletes trading right hands, center of the ring. Ooh.
Tessa's so good at following Zeus in each time.
Oh, not that time. A right hand lands. Going for the La Dozora, perhaps. Oh! Zeus into the cover, and that'll do it. What a victory! No! Tessa Blanchard finds a way to stay in this fight. And now, Mark, you have to wonder what's on the offensive mind of Zeus as Blanchard fighting back out of desperation. Oh, quick roll up here again.
It's just to get a pin and to win the match is what it seems.
Cutter!
That is a very bad situation for Zeus to be in.
And Blanchard, no! Zeus gets the right shoulder up. How many times has Blanchard put down her opponent for the 3 count with the cutter? The answer is so many. And now Blanchard heading up to the top, not exactly part of her arsenal. We see that often.
No, I'm not sure how comfortable she is up there, but Zeus gets out of the way.
Oh, right hand lands. Zeus
up in that
hoisting up Blanchard. Oh! Power bomb into the cover. No! Blanchard able to kick out. What force behind that sit-out power bomb.
And you saw Zeus made sure to try to use her hands to hold down Tessa's arms. It still wasn't enough.
Oh, going for the La Dozora once again, and Blanchard had it scouted. And now a double underhook in her own right, and a sit-out powerbomb into the cover. Could that be the way that Blanchard wins? But no. What a main event, Mark. Unbelievable.
Yeah, this is awesome. Tessa is getting frustrated, and again, out of desperation, it seems, going up to that top turnbuckle.
And this time,
Ooh.
not sure if she got all of it. Was it effective enough? Blanchard into the cover, and that'll do it.
A tough landing there, and Tessa gets the W here in the main event.
Was it executed to perfection? No. But when you have the kind of force and velocity that Blanchard had coming off the top rope, it was enough to put down the great Zeus. What a main event tonight in Chicago. You know, Mark, from start to finish, this beyond sold-out Admiral Theater has had a lot to cheer about.
Yeah, we've seen some great wrestling action, a very deep roster, some pro wrestling legends. You got your money's worth tonight from OnlyWrestlers.
No question, as we march toward July 10th in New Orleans at the Ilario Center. OnlyWrestlers Association in conjunction with Wildcat Sports. Until then, go to OnlyWrestlers.com. Order a Slameo from some of your favorite wrestlers. Follow us on social media and continue to support an alternative for everyone at Only Wrestlers. For Mark Roberts, I'm Johnny LaQuasto. Good night from Chicago.